Aries, I'm in a very good mood. I just had the most awesome lunch. Hope that you're doing amazing. Welcome to your general reading for the month of July. We're focusing on love and life with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. All right, so we're going to take a look at your recent past, at your current energy, what's coming your way. We're going to clarify, and then we're going to end up with a message from the universe. So for your recent past, you've got Temperance, you've got the Seven of Cups, and you've got the Devil energy. All right, so this is a little bit of energy sort of Aries where we have to sort of like, recontemplate how we do things in our life, where we're going to go, what our focus is going to be. So this could be in life overall for you. It could be maybe just in with a specific person, with some love. But there's a sense here of having had to really look at the way that you're living life, look at the way for where you give your energy to, and sort of calibrate that in what is really to your benefit and what is not to your benefit. I can see that for some of you, you may have had some really deep disappointments with people. You thought they're going to change, you thought they're going to be different. This could be in a relationship where you really sort of, when we sometimes had that same conversation with someone over and over and over and over and over, hoping that they would change, hoping that they'll see our point of view, hoping that they would realize that you're not just nagging, but you're actually trying to get some valid point across. And for some of you, just realize that is not going to happen. So it was time to call it quits. And I see that for some of you, you even, you may have been dealing here with someone that you saw their potential, or maybe they had very good promises, they had a very good talk, but not so much a walk that went along with that. And it's one of those things in life that we just realize, I'm going to have to call this quits. I'm going to have to stop this. It can't go on any further like this, because it's that sort of realization where you get to a point where you realize that a lot of the troubles that you have in your life is because of what you allow other people or a certain person to, to basically bring about in your life. In your current space, very interesting, we have got the Queen of Wands in reverse, we've got the Page of Cups in reverse, and then we've got Justice energy over there, Libra energy as well. So this is a space in your current space where, and I want you to be kind of really patient with yourself in this, with this energy, Aries, because with this Queen of Wands in reverse, is where we sometimes realize, and with the Page of Cups next to it in reverse as well, is where we sometimes realize that you've given a lot of your energy to another person, and maybe you had a repetitive sort of experience like that, where you gave a lot of your energy to a person or to a connection, and you really wanted to make things work, you were willing to go the distance, you were willing to do what it took, but you dealt with someone that wasn't sort of really on that page. Again, speaking a very good speak, having a good talk, but not necessarily, having the action that really goes along with that. And I feel that there's an evening out in energy that is taking place for you, because there in the recent past, if you put these two together, there in the recent past, the Devil energy with the current Justice-based energy, it's where we realize the ways in life where we are holding ourselves back. The ways where we sort of sabotaging ourselves by the things that we're allowing, by the things that we're letting slide, and then you stop doing those things. So your energy begins to balance. And so this is a space where I feel that if you're dealing with someone that is sort of low vibing, maybe they still want things from you, but they're not necessarily, making the commitment. So there's the implication of the commitment, but there's not an actual commitment itself, where I feel that you're really waking up to that, and you're like, what? I'm worth more than this. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to allow this anymore in my energy. And that is obviously where the change is coming about. Let's see where this is going for you going forward, beautiful Aries, because I can see that you tried your best. And I can even see that you may have overlooked certain things which shouldn't really have been overlooked. The bottom of the deck there, you've got the Four of Cups. So there is good things coming your way, most certainly, especially in love. Coming your way, you've got the Page of Swords, the Star, and the King of Pentacles. So I feel that you've been dealing with someone that may have been sort of like a lesson. And typically this is what twin flames come into our lives to do. Everybody's looking for the twin flame. But typically speaking, a twin flame come into your life, they sort of make us aware of the things that are not really working, and then they move on. And some of you may have had that experience with the Page of Swords, where you realize going forward, it's time to really cut those ties. I feel that for many of you, you might be in a space at the moment where you're still balancing, where you're still sort of getting clarity around things at this particular point in time. And that is fine, because going forward, you get those clear sort of epiphanies, realizations for what it is that you should be doing going forward. I see very, very positive things happening for you there with the Star, with the Aquarius energy, with the King of Pentacles. I see very, very positive things coming your way for your life in beautiful ways. And of course, if you agree with that, and that's what you'd like, and you're open to that with the universe, place your dominant hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath, and claim that for yourself. But for now, let's clarify your energy, beautiful Aries. So we're clarifying that recent past, Temperance energy, Seven of Cups, and the Devil energy. Things have definitely started to balance. You've got this beautiful, beautiful heart, Aries, where you always want to see the best in a situation. But I feel that things reach sort of like, almost like a conclusion where you were saying to yourself, certain things can only be overlooked to a certain point. So in that recent past, you've got Jupiter, you've got that beautiful Jupiter energy, that Wheel of Fortune, things turning in a positive way. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, and you've got the World. So things started to change for you. And I feel that this is one of those things in life where sometimes we want somebody else to grow with us. But, the thing is that we meet people when we are at a certain, point in life, in a certain stage in our lives, and then going forward, other people might not always be ready to go to that next level with us. They still want to dream the pipe dreams, but they're not necessarily ready to live the reality, even if that is a very good reality. So I see that you may be dealing with someone that they went the distance with you a little bit, but it was sort of like a short trip, basically, where you kind of, going forward, we realize that we're just not really a good match for one another. We're not basically congruent in that space of flowing with one another. And you might be dealing with someone that maybe I can see that maybe they sort of like knocked your confidence a bit. This might be somebody that said very mean things, and then they, this is basically gaslighting, where, people make you, they say certain things, they do certain things, and then they almost act like you're overreacting, they'll be like, well, that's not really how I meant it, and I can't help if that's how you took it, because that's not really how I meant it. But that's how a gaslighter works, and that's how a freeloader basically works, So for many of you, you realize there with the devil and with that world energy that you had to call it quits. You had to cut that tie, all right? Let's look at where this is bringing your current space, because I feel for many of you that was very, very stressful. It's not necessarily the way that you wanted to do things, but you also realize that you've grown so much you couldn't hold yourself back any longer. So in your current space, clarifying this Queen of Wands in reverse, this Page of Cups in reverse, and this Justice energy, I see a lot of people leaving your life, but it's just because they're not really in alignment with where it is that you want to go. So you got the Hierophant, which is all about new beginnings. You got the Eight of Pentacles, and you got the Fool. All right. So your life is very much about new beginnings at the moment, and it's those challenges of new beginnings, because this is a space, Aries, where sometimes we doubt ourselves. Did I make the right choice? Can I really be okay with them? What if they are not okay without me? And it's a very tough sort of space in life to be in, especially when you've got a heart that is as beautiful as yours. But it's also a space where you realize you have to go forward. And you might also be dealing with someone, they might not be saying it outright, but you might be dealing with the energy, a person that, it could even be a group, that makes you believe sort of like that without them you're not going to be able to go the distance, you know. And it's almost like softly making you believe that you can't sort of make a success of your life without them. But you know what? You can. You've got what it takes. You really, really do. It's really time to focus on you. With that full, you might even deal with someone that you may not have realized it at the time, but they sort of led you away from your true self. And now you're moving back to your true self. Okay. And sometimes people help us like that to go to that next level. So instead of being angry, you know, it doesn't mean that you are sort of like conducive to the terrible things that they do. But instead of being, you know, angry for what people do to us, sometimes we just got to say, you know what, I'm grateful for what you made me realize, but it's time for me to do my own thing. And unfortunately, you know, for you, it's time for me to do my own thing without you. Let's clarify the energy where you are heading going forward. I can see this is a difficult time for a lot of you, Aries, and I want to send you a lot of love. It's like there's a new start in your life, and it's all those challenges that goes along with new starts. Even if you didn't physically move, there's still the challenges, and you know what? I see it being of a temporary nature, okay? Somebody really messed with your confidence, and I can see that you're getting your juju back, you're getting your mojo back. So clarifying the space where you are heading going forward, clarifying the Page of Swords, clarifying the Star and the King of Pentacles. The energy that we've got for you is the Tower. So the Towers is always about breakthroughs. It's about transformation. It's about an experience that you don't necessarily enjoy, but it's those blessings that don't feel like blessings. It's that deeper inner healing to realign you back again. So the Tower, the Two of Swords, and the Temperance energy, I'm going to encourage you to look at my readings going forward, because I do see that there's a little bit of a challenging period ahead for you, Aries, but it's because in many ways you were so sort of like completely off track that for many of you, you didn't even know who you were yourself. And I see there being, you know, there is that space in the mind going like, you know, maybe I should welcome them back. Maybe I was too harsh. But I also see that you are realizing going forward, very clearly realizing and seeing how letting certain people, certain energies back in your life, Aries, is just not for your highest good. And sometimes there is a lesson that we have to learn the hard way, okay? You know, all those people in life that we always see, they are so wise and things like that. They are wise because they learned the lessons. That's how you get wise in life. And that is what I can see. This was a very big lesson for you. And with a big lesson, always comes a big payoff in life. That's just how life works, you know? Because life is an equal give and take. Let's see what the universe has for you at the end of your reading, beautiful Aries. If that resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking the video. I'd really appreciate you subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell to help my channel to grow. For all of those that are already supporting the channel, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. So you've got the Hierophant energy coming out again. So this is a definite message for you. And remember with the Hierophant, it is always those challenges that goes along with new beginnings. But the thing to remember, and it's very important to remember, is that the future doesn't exist. You are where you currently are based on choices that you made in the past, whether you were consciously aware of it or not. And you will go where you go forward in life, and life will unfold for you going forward in life based on what you decide for where you are right now. All right? So the Hierophant is that it's an energy, it's a 5 energy, which is a new beginnings energy in numerology. And it's those challenges, but it also lets you know that going forward, you know, when you need certain people, they will be there. When you need solutions, they'll be there. You'll meet people before you even know that they're going to be the solution to the problem or the challenge that you're going to have. Because the thing to remember is that you determine your own experience of life going forward, and it is the energy that you embrace going forward that determines the experience that you have. So you've got the Hierophant, the Page of Emotions, which is the Page of Cups, and you've got the Six of Materials, which is the Six of Pentacles. So it's a powerful reminder for you, Aries, that going forward, your life can really open in amazing ways. Your heart can open, you can find beautiful love, you can find beautiful abundance, you can find beautiful inner peace in ways that is so amazing you can't even conceive of those in your mind right now. But it does require that you place yourself first. That is the requirement for that. Okay, and so some of you might maybe need some guidance with that. And if you do, invest in yourself. You've been investing so much in other people. It's time to invest in yourself with the focus of always going forward in a positive way. All right. So that's what I got for you, beautiful Aries. I hope that it helps. If any of you are open to a personal reading, needing more guidance, the instructions for how to book that is down below in the description. There's also a link for my step-by-step tarot reading course. There's a link for my free oracle card reading course. And if any of you are interested in online regression hypnosis, which is also referred to as past life regression hypnosis by some, those details are down below in the description as well. From my heart, namaste, love and light. I'll see you next time.